All right, we're gonna have an awesome time today, so I really appreciate you doing. My device is still trying to hook up like it needs to hook up, so we'll give them a chance to get because we're gonna make it do what it needs to do today. God has blessed us one more time. I am Dr. Elizabeth. I am the host of Dr. Lowe's show, and it's the real relationship talk show with no filters. We're going to focus on a relationship issue. The title of today's show is Understanding Self-Love as the Foundation of Healthy Relationship. The website where you can check us out is WSW Radio, the internet station 23.wit.com. You can join me as a guest at riverside.com and the focus channels, and we have several that where you can share your examples, your stories, your opinions live with me and the world. You can do that at facebook.com, Big O Live, and TikTok Live at Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith. Also back to Riverside. The link is riverside.com/studio/WSW radio internet. Also, several other channels that are available. That's the second Facebook channel at Zeta Phi Sigma Gringo. Give a shout out to those brothers and a thank you to the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama, for partnering with us and a lot of the service properties we try to bring to you in this format as well. They're always joining us and they are there, so we thank those brothers for just opening up their opportunity for both of us to advance. So thank you, brothers of Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Also, we have Tango.com, which is WDSW-radio-14059. We have Twit, and that's at Dr. L. D'Alberto Smith, or 2017. Then we have YouTube, two channels. The first one is Dr. Lorenza D'Alberto Smith, and the second YouTube channel is the Smith Way Enterprise. Our on-demand episodes are available for WBSW Radio on Alexis, Apple Podcasts, Edge, Google Plus, iHeart Radio, Podbean, Pod Paradise, Snitchers, Pandora, Spotify, and Amazon Podcasts. It's operated by PodServeFM.com. So go in there and type in your Google PodServeFM.com. Then you can be able to populate the information and by typing in WBSW Radio, and it's audio only. So there's an opportunity to get our on-demand episode. Also, you have an opportunity to just hear our brand. Our brand is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station. We're the first to kind of branch out, use social media to get the word out. broadcast our shows, sharing things with you. We have listeners and watchers, 61 countries and on 6 continents. We're interactive. We want you to be a part of it. We want you to type in your comments. We want you to make a to join us as a guest. But when I hit the button to invite you, we need you to kind of respond and be ready to go and make it do what it do. We're going to kind of open the lines up a little earlier tonight because we want to make sure we can discuss the importance of self-love. Discuss how we can understand self-love as the foundation. It is a foundation of a healthy relationship. So we want you to take time to think about what we're moving toward. You can register in the process while you're thinking. You can register for WDSW Radio giveaway by sending your name along with a means of transaction. We're working hard to give money back to you, but also put your name in the giveaway or the raffle. So we need to send your name along with a means of transaction. There are 5 means of transaction where we're going to send you money: Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. And that's Lorenza D. Smith 15@gmail.com. LORENZA D as in David SMITH15@gmail.com. We also want you to be able to put yourself in a position to receive those from $5 to $100, or be in the raffle as we raffle hotel stay, gift card, gas vouchers, food vouchers, as well as book bag, high school, professional, college, middle school, payroll, whatever school you have. We're going to create you whatever. It may be a jacket, might be a leather varsity jacket, or it may be a jacket that we have where but you tell us what your colors, tell us what your logo or whatever your mascot is, and we will create in the name of the school. We will create that jacket because you want an opportunity by involving yourself and being a part of our raffle. All right, our money that we're planning on giving away is from $5 to $100. You may receive it in the quarter. We do it by quarterly. We do the first quarter, then we have the second quarter. We're in the second quarter now. We're in the second quarter, then we'll be coming up on the third quarter. And the second quarter was May, June, July, and August. The third quarter is September, October, November, and December. Those are quarters and how we're going to be giving it out. So we thank you for supporting by signing in. We also want you to sow a seed with WDSW Radio by hitting the like button. I need for you to hit the like button no matter what device or social media site you're on. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it. I see several people joining us on all of our networks, so that's many people doing it. But we appreciate you joining. We're going to say thank you now, and we will do it throughout the show in the end to let you know how we appreciate you all. But hit the like button to show that you appreciate what we're doing as well. Thank you. Also, we ask you to support us by monetizing through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Big Old Live, Podbean, Pod Paradise, RiversideFM.com, Super Live, TikTok, Tango, Twitch, and YouTube. The title again for today's show is Understanding Self-Love as the Foundation of a Healthy Relationship. I want you really to think about self-love. The key for your success in our today's world is loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you put yourself in a position to love someone else? You must understand yourself. You must understand what are the things that you love about yourself. You should be able to be comfortable with who you are. You love whatever you love about yourself, but it's important as one of the tiers to a healthy relationship. So making sure You understand the importance of loving yourself, along with understanding it's being a foundation of a healthy relation. That's just one of the traits or characteristic of a healthy relation, self-love. And we want to talk about it fully today. See, I'm going to say again, good afternoon, if I did it to everyone. See, today we're going to talk about something that every relationship depends on. Yet some people misunderstand, overlook, and even avoid. And that's self-love. Or have a you have a clear understanding of self-love? Do you have a tendency to misunderstand self-love? Do you overlook self-love? Do you avoid self-love because you may have walls up that don't allow yourself to love yourself, but also be able to put yourself in a position to love others? Self-love is the foundation. It's one of those pillars to success. If you want to have a healthy relationship, see, not the Instagram version. You hear a lot of things come on Instagram. Not the spa day version, not the treat yourself version. It's really I am talking about deep, internal, grounded self-love that shapes our everyday life. And these is how the ways it shapes our life. For example, how you choose a partner or a mate. How you choose partners or mates. How you communicate with each other. How you set boundaries. How you handle conflict. How you give and receive love. How you show up in a relationship. And I want you to take those and think about self-love, how it can be grounded within your life to help shape how you are in relationship, or help you be fit to be in a relationship. Again, how you choose your partner or your partners or mates. How you communicate with each other. How you set boundaries. How you have an opportunity to and I'm getting this call coming in. So I want to make sure I let those individuals know that they have a tendency to call. You just have to work through it, and I appreciate it. But that was a very important call. It was my daughter trying to call, but I'll get back with her. Just how you set boundaries. Self-love determines how you set boundaries. Handle conflict. See, if you love yourself, you'll be seeking to resolve conflict. How you give again and receive love. Do you know what love is? Do you know what love does? So if you're able to give, you're able to receive love because you understand what self-love is. How you show up in relationships. See, most people think relationships fail because of the other person. But the truth is, relationships often fail because we enter them without a healthy relationship with ourselves. I recently had a co-host on this show, and Pastor Pratt, Eddie Pratt, and he always said, you can't have a healthy relationship with others if you are damaged goods yourself. You must have a healthy relationship with yourself first. Then you part of the foundation set up, which is self-love. Then you can have a healthy relationship with others. You must have it with ourselves. See, as we look to explore today why self-love is not optional. It's foundational. See, self-love being optional, you can love or not love, but as a foundation, you need it to keep that stool of characteristics for a healthy relationship in place. Take a four-legged stool. One of the legs is self-love. The second one is effective communication. The third one is honesty. And the fourth one is trustworthy. These are four legs that keeps that stool up. If you take away one leg, you must sit in a way where you can bounce off, but you can't lean, you're always suspect. You take away two, then you got to operate two legs. So you're talking about having all four pillars or four legs to operate a healthy relationship. So it's not optional, it's foundational. We're going to look at why self-love really matters. Why is it important that you understand self-love? What does it mean? You have to know what it means before you see the importance of it or understand. Self-love is not arrogance, full of yourself. Think everybody should operate on your music. Self-love is not selflessness. If you're selfish, you cannot be able to love like you need, and you're not loving yourself because you're more focused. It is not ego. See, self-love is not ego. It's not all about you. See, self-love is the commitment to honoring your emotions, mental, and spiritual well-being. Let's repeat. Self-love is the commitment to honoring your emotions, your feelings, your love, your grief, your anger. That's honoring your emotional well-being, honoring your mental well-being, your mental capability, your IQ. See, we got to understand it's all a part of self-love and your spiritual well-being, understanding where you are spiritually to make sure you're in order, you're mature, and you're stable. See, self-love as a commitment includes self-awareness, self-respect, self-worth, self-trust, self-compassion, self-accountability. You must be first aware of what's going on in your own space. You must have respect for yourself before you really can have respect for others. See, if you lack respect for yourself, you're going to require that someone have to earn your respect because you are on that arrogant, you're on that selfish and that ego trip. Worth. Do you understand your worth? Do you understand your worth? No one needs to tell you, you should know. Self-trust. You must trust yourself to do things without putting yourself in a dim light or in a dangerous situation. Trust yourself to make the right decision. Self-trust, self-compassion, having compassion for yourself and others, which could lead to putting yourself in their shoes that see empathy, self-compassion, self-accountability. It is said accountability for some is like kryptonite. Many years ago, and still there's going to be a series coming up, and it's not a show, it's a movie by Superman. And Superman's biggest challenge was that he could not be around kryptonite. It reduces him, took all his strength. That's like accountability for certain individuals. See, self-love is the internal love or the internal home you build. See, relationships are the guests you invite into that home. Remember, let's tie this together. Self-love is the internal home you build. Your relationship are the guests you invite into that home. If the home is unstable, if the home is dysfunctional, if the home have challenges, every relationship inside of the home become unstable, become chaos, become uncooperative, not acceptable, not agreeable. These things come into play because the commitment to honoring your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. That is self-love. Why self-love is that foundation of every relationship. Every relationship you enter is shaped by the relationship you have with yourself. Every relationship you enter. That's why they say relationships are reflective. See, if your reflection is that it is positive, is you understand that it's an internal part that you build, which is your home. If you build a home of chaos, all the relationships you enter into will create problems for you. See, when we enter into a relationship, it is shaped by the relationship you have with yourself. So you shaping the relationship. Self-love determines what you tolerate. If you don't value yourself, you accept treatment that reflects that. If you don't value yourself, you accept treatment that reflects that. Self-love determines how you commit or communicate. Self-love determines how you communicate and eventually why you're going to commit to certain things. People who lack self-love often communicate from fear. Fear of losing someone. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of being abandoned. Think about losing someone, being misunderstood, and abandoned. When you lack self-love, those are some challenges, leaves you confined only within your world because you lack communication. Self-love determines how you choose partners and mates. See, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you deserve. So self-love determines how you choose your partner. You're not choosing because that's what you want. You're choosing because that you think you deserve. We don't deserve nothing till we work for it. Self-love determines how you handle conflict, whether you're going to come up with a means of resolving it or a solution. See, without self-love, conflict feels like a threat. With self-love, conflict becomes a conversation. Self-love determines how you show up. So you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you don't have. Self-love determines how you show up. That leads us to the 5 pillars of self-love. Before we go, we want to give a shout out to a couple of our sponsors. These individuals are awesome. And I want to give them a shout out. TriStat LLC, the consulting firm to meet your needs. They can work with you when you've been already awarded a grant, and they can help you administrate that grant and then put your final proposal or final solution of the grant to set you up for the next cycle through a proposal. TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott and his team will work with you. 334-320-5438. TriStat LLC. The second one is L&T Starworth Lawn Service LLC, a manicure expert in South Central Alabama. You can call Mr. Tony Starworth if you want your lawn manicured, your land cleaned off. And the number is 334-300-7401. That's L&T Starworth Lawn Service LLC. Our 5 pillars of self-love. First, we have self-awareness. You cannot love what you do not understand. You cannot love what you don't understand. See, self-love means knowing your patterns, knowing your triggers, knowing your wounds, knowing your needs, and knowing your values. See, without self-awareness, you repeat cycles instead of breaking them. Self-worth, pillar number 2. Self-worth is the belief that you deserve love, respect, and healthy connection. People with low self-worth overgive, over-apologize, over-explain, overstay, overcompensate. Self-worth is not thinking you're better than others. It's about knowing you are not less. Self-worth, self-respect. It's the next pillar, which is pillar 3. Self-respect is the ability to uphold your standards, even when you are tempted to lower them. It's saying no when someone violates your peace. I need clarity when some things feel confusing. I deserve better when some things feel harmful. Self-respect is the boundary that protects your heart. Pillar 4 is self-trust. Self-trust is believing in your own judgment. People who don't trust themselves second guess everything, ignore red flags, rely on others for validation, stay in situations that feel wrong. See, self-trust is built through consistency, keeping a promise you make to yourself. Pillar 5, self-compassion. Self-compassion is the ability to give yourself grace. The ability to give yourself grace. It's understanding that you're human. You're learning. You're healing. You're growing. Self-compassion is what allows you to love others without losing yourself. Understanding the pillars so you can be successful. But the lack of self-love, you want to know how it show up in relationships. See, when self-love is missing, relationship becomes anxious, unstable, confusing, draining, imbalanced. And here are some common signs with the lack of self-love. Overgiving, trying to earn love instead of receiving it freely. People pleasing, saying yes to avoid conflict or rejection. Fear of abandonment, clinging, chasing, or tolerating mistreatment. Accepting bare minimum effort. Bare minimum means they're just going to give the little amount of effort because they know that satisfies you. Losing yourself in relationships. Your identity becomes tied to other people. Staying in unhealthy situations. It's chaos now. This is chaos. Because you fear being alone more than being mistreated. Difficulties setting boundaries. Because you fear disappointing others. These are not relationship problems. They are self-love problems. Now you ask yourself, how do I strengthen self-love in my relationship? See, when you love yourself, relationship transform. You communicate clearly. You speak from confidence, not fear. You choose partner/mate intentionally. You stop choosing from loneliness and start choosing from alignment. You set healthy boundaries. You protect your peace without guilt. You handle conflict maturely. You don't attack, withdraw, or shut down. You communicate. You give love freely because you believe you deserve it. You create emotional safeties. Self-love makes you safe. Self-love makes a safe peace for yourself and others. It gives you an opportunity for peace. And how you practice self-love in a transformative relationship. Here's some practical tools you can use immediately. Daily self-check. Daily self-check-in. Ask yourself, what do I feel? What do I need? Boundary setting. Say no without apologizing. Say yes without resentment. Emotional regulation. Pause before reacting. Respond from clarity, not emotion. Inner child healing. Address the wounds that shape your pattern in your life. Must address the wound. Self-validation. Affirm yourself before seeking affirmation from others. Self-care as maintenance, not luxury, but maintenance. Rest, nutrition, solitude, reflection. Accountability. Self-love includes owning your mistake, owning the truth. Give a shout out to Harvey Figures. Join us. Thank you so much, Harvey. Really appreciate you taking time to be here. I'm going to invite you if you want to come in and speak. How about that? Harvey Figures, if you want to. Thank you so much. Matter of fact, I see she's down there. How you doing, Harvey? I see you there. See the fire. All right. I think she may have left me just quick. Thank you, Javier, for jumping in there. Hope you come back. I'm inviting you to come back. Self-love, so important. It's important for your relationship to heal. Have you been in a relationship? I'm just reading what Javier put down. Yo, Dr. Smith, what's going on? What's going on? Let's get ready for a fall for grind and going something that's doing a little work. How about you? Thank you so much. And I appreciate you typing in and checking on Doc. Doc is holding in the road. He's doing it. So thank you so much, Javier. Thank you so much. All right, as we look at the healing process for self-love, thank you, Javier, for ours and others. Thank you. And others, let's hit the like button. Don't sit there and be quiet on me. I need you to hit the like button because I know I'm bringing some good information here. I'm not saying that because I just think I know it is. It's some things that allow us to have a clear understanding of self-love. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Smith. This is Dr. O's show, the real relationship talk show with no filters. We're focusing on understanding self-love as being the foundation for a healthy relationship. So look at how we can heal. In regard, you see it as a relationship between healing and self-love. You cannot build a healthy relationship on unhealed wounds. If you have never went through a full healing process, then how are you going to be in a healthy relationship? You must heal first. So we're talking about the relationship between healing and self-love. See, unhealed wounds create jealousy. Have you been jealous before in your previous relationship? Are you insecure? Mistrust. Did you not mistrust that individual? Did you not trust that individual? So you mistrust them. Javier said, for sure, definitely, you are. Thank you so much, Javier, so much for joining. Emotional distance. Have you distanced yourself emotionally from someone because of unhealed wounds? Do not go into a relationship. And it's one thing one of my co-hosts said on the show, and that's Brother Eddie Pratt. He's a relationship strategist, besides being a pastor. He talked about the very thing. Heal first before you go into a new relationship. Because if you not heal, you're going to get triggered emotionally. You're going to be angry. You're going to be in your feelings, and you're not going to allow the relationship to be healthy. You're going to be insecure. You're going to truly be jealous. And you're going to mistrust that person. That's because you can't trust yourself. We're talking about self-trust, self-love, emotional distance, controlling behavior. Have you been in a relationship with that individual that you made? Maybe your husband, your wife, might be your significant other in a romantic situation, in a family situation, in a friendship. They like to control you. They show you controlling behavior. And you can't recognize it because you're not healthy yourself. You have a bunch of scars and wounds. You need to peel the scab off those scars and those wounds so you can grow. The fear of vulnerability. Whenever you feel vulnerability, you'll never be able to love. You will not love yourself if you feel fear, vulnerability. Healing is not about being perfect. We are imperfect people that do perfect things on occasion. Healing is about being aware. Self-love is the courage to say, I deserve to heal. I deserve to grow. I deserve to be loved in a healthy way. You can only reach the level. You seek professional support. Get you some counseling so you can say this, I deserve to heal. I deserve to grow. I deserve to be loved in a healthy way. Do not continue to get into these unhealthy relationships. You will unless you heal yourself or go through a full healing process. They're said if you was in a relationship 10 years, it takes about 5 years to go through getting over that person. Half the time you're going to spend. So you're going to have to be ready to go through your counseling so you can be the best version of yourself. You're looking at a future. See, the future of love, why self-love matter more than ever, because your future is depending on self-love. See, we live in a world where people are more distracted. Relationships are more complicated. Emotional intelligence is more necessary. Communication is more challenging. Healing is more urgent. Self-love is no longer optional. It's essential. We don't remember anything I said else today. Remember that. Self-love is no longer optional. It's essential to have a healthy relationship. See, the future of relationship belongs to people who, and put yourself, when you hear what I'm going to share with you, see if that apply to you. The future of a healthy relationship belongs to people who know themselves. Do you know yourself? Do you know yourself? Love themselves. Do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? Respect themselves. See, if you don't respect yourself, I'm not going to respect you because You show that you are disrespectful toward yourself. Communicate honestly. Don't omit things when they're sharing it to you. That's a lie of omission. See, when you no longer can trust someone, it doesn't matter what they do. That relationship you're in is no longer going to be healthy because you mistrust them. You don't think they're honest. You don't want to communicate with them effectively because they have taken that foundation away. The trust, the honesty, it's been taken away. The communication. Because you love yourself so much, you're not going to allow anyone to mistreat you. Choose intentionally. You should make sure you stand on your choice. The things, if you choose negatively, take the responsibility of making that choice. Maybe you didn't vet the person good enough. Maybe you were watching the red flags. Maybe you were stuck in the lust zone where you lusting at that person. Truly choose intentionally. Some people say they are not in relationships because they didn't choose intentionally. See, if you can deal with situationship, go do you. But if you're in an intentional, I talked about this last night, self-intentions, your intentions to have a healthy relationship, please choose those people that you had a conversation or communicated with about their intentions. This world is a challenge for all of us. This world is a mean old world. But I'm going to tell you right now, be intentional about protecting your space. Be intentional about protecting your heart, your soul. Be intentional of protecting yourself so you can be able to have healthy relationships because you love yourself. See, self-love is not the destination. I want you to remember that self-love is not the destination. It's the foundation. Remember the four-legged stool I shared earlier with you. One leg is trust. Another leg is self-love. Third leg is honesty. The fourth leg is effective communication. That four-legged stool is not going to stand up comfortably or by itself when one of the legs will be removed. So you have to accept that when people show themselves, believe what you see. Believe it. Just believe that they have taken away one of the foundations. They're not set, you're not set to get on a journey to get a destination. You need to use the foundation to work through that journey of life so you can be at peace, have joy, love, happiness. Love yourself first. It'll put you in a position to be able to love others. Put you in a position to have healthy relationships. Put you in a position to set boundaries. Put you in a position to have a foundation for success. Just remember one thing, which will make number 2 because I gave you one earlier. The love you give yourself set the standard for the love you accept from others. I'm going to repeat that one. Write it down. Chalk it out. Crayon. Whatever you're using, marker. But just remember, the love you give yourself set the standards for the love you accept from others. I'm telling you, God has been so good. He has been working with us each and every day to provide you with this. And as we close out, I want you to remember, when you love yourself, you choose better. You communicate better. You heal better. You grow better. You love better. Self-love is not selfish. It's selfless. Self-love is not scary. It's exciting. Self-love is strength, not weakness. Self-love is the foundation of every relationship you will ever have. I want to thank each and every one of you all for joining us. We had quite a few people join us. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I am Dr. Lois D. Smith, and this is the Dr. Lois Show, the real relationship talk show with no filter on WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. And as I talk about how excited I am, I'm excited because God blessed me with a chance to sit before you and share some things with you. I truly want you to take time and research self-love. Make yourself aware of the self-love you have. Because true God, He got you. God is all about love. Take a page out of His book. Love everyone. But you got to love yourself first so you can love, you have the ability to love others. Be blessed, be safe. I want to let you know I love each and every one of you all from my heart because God has given me the power to be able to do that. And ain't nothing you can do about it. And I'm going to say it in a way that's very, very aggressive. And I hope you accept it because it is going to be the end of our show for today. And I want to say that. But that's some music that's playing now that I want to bring the volume up on it. Let's see, can I get it up? Just hearing this said, sometimes you have to get advice from others. Listen to them. Let them allow you to pour into your cup, into your cup. So you can be on your way to being the best version of yourself. I tell you, every day I assess myself so I can be the best version of myself for tomorrow, the best version of myself for the rest of my life, and my best version as I sit before you. I want to thank each and every. We got she's a virgin. I'm sorry, she's a virgin. I'm invited her. She want to come in. Thank you so much. Jason is joining us. Thank you, Jason. Mr. Morales, thank you so much. Then you have iShack 72. So it look like iShack, thank you for joining us. I mentioned Teacher 58, thank you so much. Cash, Teacher 58, we're skating. They're doing some skating the other day. Keep doing what you do to keep yourself active. Teacher 58. Job, Raymond, thank you so much. Small. We also have this Tree 4625, Angel, Dante, Jackie, C is joining, Mystic, Roots, thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to Harvey F. Figures, thank you so much for joining us. Look for you again. Make it do what it do. I'm excited. So as we get it ready to close out, I want to say to you, I love you, and ain't a thing you can do about it. Take care of yourself. We'll see you tomorrow And tomorrow we're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna have, you need to know. We're gonna focus on that at 4:30. Really stupid. At 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's make it do what it do. And I love you. Girl, if I could take it back, it'd be so bad. I'd be such an angel. You'd think that me and Jesus was cool like that, just like that. Everything between us be good.